I'm Renee.
And I'm Debbie. And together,
We are the Round Table Recap.
Red flag, I'm going to say Eric.
Rob.
I put Tara.
Okay, Rob.
Tara.
Tara.
Natalie.
I put Natalie as well. Welcome back. We're on the Traitors season 4, episode 10, and rolling right into breakfast. Maura is Rob's number 1. No shocker there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought this was kind of funny because, you left off the last episode where Eric got called out for being quiet. And of course, this could be editing, but he again is quiet at breakfast. Like he's not. Everyone else is talking, especially with just the 4 of them there at the table,
Right.
and he's just listening. And I'm like,
Yeah. And that's why I put down the red flag again for Eric, because in this episode, like last episode, he doesn't talk.
yeah, he does
I
not.
mean, come on.
I know, and he's well aware now. Like people are looking at him because he's not contributing, and he's still just sitting there being quiet.
Not at all. Like not part of the conversations, or or if he does contribute, it's very little. I mean, it's
Mhm.
just not compared to before when he was a faithful. He contributed a whole lot more. He had a lot more strategizing going on.
For sure. And I think they were smart. The person that they eliminated was Kristen. And I think they were smart to get her out because otherwise,
Yeah,
I think this would have been Eric's demise. I mean, he
yeah,
would have been on edge all day. She would have been screwed, like staring him down. So I think, even though she was looking at him and it could put a target on his back, I think it was a smart move for them.
yeah. Because now they're down to 7 players, 2 traitors, 5 faithfuls. It's getting very close to the end. In fact, this is the semifinal, I believe. When
Yeah.
they're going to the tonight's roundtable.
And it's the last round table where they're going to know the identity of the person they eliminate. So,
Right.
yeah, I was
Yes.
like, oh, wow. Okay. Next episode is the finale already. I was like, oh, we're close. Um, so
But
moving on to
yeah.
after the breakfast, this is where Tara, she ropes in Natalie in regards to Rob. And I'm like, yes, she finally is, right on the right track, and she brings up the fact of, Candace's voting. And, Natalie's on board with this.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I mean, especially coming from Tara, it was
Yeah.
like, oh my goodness, yes, because she's like thinking, okay, I've got to think outside the box. I got to look at people I've never looked at. And when she starts looking at Rob, I'm like, wow, she
Mhm.
nailed it right
Yeah,
there.
she nails it. And she was so like, seemed so confident about it. So I was like, oh wow, okay. They're going to go full force. And even, they're trying to think of numbers because they know Rob has,
Mhm.
two votes because of the
Right,
dagger.
right,
So now they're like, okay, who can we rope in? On the flip side, you have Mark and Rob, who Mark suspects Eric. So then Rob, though, it's like, no, and like pushes Natalie. But I think, yeah, like obviously Tara and Natalie need to talk to everyone there, but I knew they weren't going to, persuade Maura to like
yeah.
not vote or to vote for Rob, because, obviously Maura's like, no. So I don't think they should have confronted her to try
No,
to
no.
get
I
her.
mean, she's a they got their own Love Island thing going on. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a mistake that they approached Mara, because then what did she do?
She
She
goes
went
and
right to
tells
her.
Rob. Yeah. Yeah. So like he's well aware that they're going to come after him. And so, yeah, I felt like this is, where they made their mistake in regards to recruiting people and talking to people about their suspicions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But Natalie really is all gung ho on this Rob theory. I thought it was actually thought it was great. I mean, I usually side with the traders, but the fact that they just zeroed in on Rob. I just thought that was so good.
I know, me too. But I was like, oh, they could get him out.
I
But
know. I know. It's
um,
the first time I was actually rooting for the faithfuls.
yeah. And I actually thought, I don't know if this is before or after the mission, but I actually thought Mora might be suspicious of Rob because it's them talking and he's like saying, like, talking strategy of, okay, well, we got to get out this person. And then after that, we got to get out this person. And the way he
Right.
like leaves and the way like she kind of like stares at him, I thought for
Right.
a second, like, okay, I think she might think that it's Rob, but
What's going through that head, or is
yeah.
she just me?
But now I'm like, but I mean, after, the round table and the votes, I was like, okay, maybe not. She's not suspecting Rob, but in that moment, there was maybe a
Yeah,
possibility.
yeah. I think that was editing. I think they wanted you to think of that, but I think she was having Love Island fantasies.
The thoughts had nothing to do with the game,
Right.
probably. And then, okay, so this was really random before the mission. And I'm like, is this an ad? Like, what was the point of that delivery with oh, well, I mean, I guess the stuffed animal, because it plays into the mission. But I was just
Oh,
like, this is so random.
it was
I
with
mean,
Fergus.
yeah,
Yeah, that was.
yeah. I'm like, okay.
It was
And
an Amazon delivery, right?
yeah, yeah. I'm like, okay, that's their sponsor. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, the mission. I was laughing because this is where Mara was like the most, I think, vocal. Like she was like yelling things and just like I was just laughing at her commentary because she was like, there's no money in here, or like she was having trouble opening or ripping
Yeah.
open the stuffed animals. And yeah, this
Yeah.
is also
That's when Natalie helps her on one of those because she couldn't tear open the stuffed animals, so Natalie
yeah.
does it for her. Because Natalie was thinking maybe it might give her some bonus points at the round table.
Yeah, and this is also why I put Natalie for MVP for this episode because of this helping. And I
Right.
mean, even though she was doing it for some selfish reasons as well, but and then also at the round table. But yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like she was a good player this episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Natalie was definitely my MVP for this episode. I mean, she had a good strategy. She had good gameplay. I mean, and she was so good at the round table.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
And this is where I also thought Rob was the biggest red flag because of how he reacted to getting the shield, because he's always been, as they point out too, like he's always been the calm person, or not like a big deal that he needs a shield. And so I felt like his reaction to being the first person out, which I call is like the musical chairs, essentially. The game, yeah, I felt like it was an overreaction, and he would have been on my target.
Yeah, and why go after Mark? Mark is like, at least I got some money, because he's like, well,
Yeah.
you went back with 750. Why didn't you grab, more money? It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was really out of character for Rob. That,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah, that would have been a red flag, I guess, right there.
Yeah, it was way, way out of character for him. Yeah, his reaction getting eliminated, his like argument with Mark, like it just, yeah, everything was weird. Eric, he's the one who got the final shield, which, good
Mhm.
for the traitors. Uh,
Yep.
since obviously everyone now is open for elimination. But yeah, so then on the car ride back, it's really just them again pushing for Rob, and then the other cars like pushing for Natalie. So it's going to be between these two.
It was strange the way the cars were divided up, but maybe we talked about that before about, why certain people get in certain cars, but it was just weird because the three strategizing against Rob in one car, and then the other car was strategizing against Natalie. It was just so weird.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know who picks the cars or not, but yeah. And then okay, so I want to point out too that they are back in their breakfast outfits.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah. So
Oh,
because Rob was back in his overall things, and
oh,
I was like, so I was like, same clothes as breakfast.
oh, I've got to pay more attention.
Yeah,
Wow. So okay, so it does. It has. I guess the reason why I caught it before was because of Colton's outfit. Because of something
yeah.
that really stood out, and I just haven't been really paying attention. But so I guess it does happen. It must be in the editing, the way that the scenes are shot.
I mean, again, I don't know if it's, yeah, because of just they're weird. Like it's, yeah, like not weird, but like the most, outs- I don't know what you want to call it. You can just pinpoint the clothes because they're not just like an average Joe looking outfit. That
Right.
so now I'm like, I wonder if it has happened throughout the whole season, and I just never paid attention.
It must. It must. If you noticed it this time, and it definitely happened. The time that
Yeah.
before. So it it must happen a lot.
Yeah. But anyways, going back to after the mission, this is where they try to rope in Mark to get on board with Rob. And,
Right.
he's like, well, you got to get, Eric on board. And I mean, Johnny does. He tries to speak to Eric, but obviously
Oh,
Eric's
yeah, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, because I was thinking even if they had Natalie, Tara, Johnny, and Mark, that's four. And then you have Mara and Rob, and of course Rob
Eric.
gets Eric, and Rob gets the two votes. That would end in a tie. And then the next go around, Rob and
They would have
Robin.
they would have to vote for Rob and Natalie again, which would probably end in another tie.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, because then the ones voting for Rob would have been Tara, Johnny, and Mark, and
Oh,
they'll
and you think he would have only had one vote?
Mara and Eric, two votes. He would have had two votes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because
Or
okay.
Natalie would have had two votes. Mara and Eric. Rob would have had three. Johnny, Tara, and Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, and okay, so this is what I found weird because okay, so at the round table, my whole thing is why would even if you're suspicious of Natalie, why would you vote for Natalie? Because the traitors that have been caught so far have been two female. So it's only reasonable that there has to be a male. So why wouldn't you just go for Rob? Like that's why I would have voted for Rob because of the way he acted in the mission. And then on top of that, they haven't caught a male traitor yet.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I think they have not caught a male traitor, so definitely, you know, somebody, Rob would definitely be on my radar. But because of the way it played out, I would have voted for Tara because I just thought, I mean, it was a betrayal.
Yeah. I know I'm like, so why would Tara the whole day talk to Natalie about doing this and then backtracked at the
I
round
think,
table? And I'm
I
like,
think, yeah, I was thinking, I think it had to do with Johnny because I think Johnny was leaning more towards Natalie. But if I was, of course, I know they're not, they don't play these games, and I think if I was them, I would have thought, go with a guy, not with Natalie.
yeah.
Like what you were saying. There's already been enough women, traitors found, three women. There has to be a guy.
Mhm.
So go. But I think that's the reason why. But yeah, at the round table, not backing Natalie.
I
I
felt
mean,
so bad for Natalie.
she had such good points. She was so good. I mean, everything she was saying was so good. And then Tara just was like, ugh.
I know. And then she looks to Johnny like, Johnny, you want to? Like, I'm like, oh my gosh. Ah. Yeah, I did not like Tara's play at this round
Yeah.
table. Not at all.
And you
Not at
see,
all.
saw Natalie. Natalie was like, ugh.
I know I would have been too. Like, what the
Yeah.
heck? Like, I thought we were on the same page. This is what we discussed, and now you're
Yeah.
throwing me under the bus and leaving me out to dry. So I completely understand why she was so upset.
Yeah, that was I was so sad for Natalie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, she was my MVP pick for the episode.
Yeah.
She played it well and she did everything right.
Hmm.
Oh man, I just wish it had turned out differently for her. I even went to bed and woke up thinking about poor Natalie. I was just like so upset the way that it played out.
Yeah, I know. I felt so bad. I mean, everyone voted for her. Like she didn't stand a chance. If Tara had her back and then, Johnny had her back at least, I think, we
Right,
could have,
right.
changed it a different way, but no.
Yeah, yeah,
So it was also no surprise after the round table, Tara basically throws in the towel and is like, I give up. And
yeah,
she's like, just eliminate me. She's like, it's okay. Like I want out. Um,
yeah. I had flashbacks to Kate, and she did that. Remember, like Kate from Below Deck,
mhm.
she did the same thing. Like, just vote me out. Just vote me out. I don't care. I want to go home.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, okay, Tara's not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, she's gonna stay. Um, but I think, this helps with Mark because Rob, he tries to go and talk to Mark about Tara, and Mark's like, no, no, those tears were
Right,
real, her feelings were real. Like,
right.
no, she's not a traitor.
I know.
Uh,
I felt if only she felt that bad before she voted.
I know. She had a traitor and she just was so unconfident about it that
Yeah,
she
I
was
think that's it, that she lacked the confidence. And then, Rob's demeanor at the round table, I thought was, you remember when he and Candace went back and forth and he was so calm? But when Natalie brought up, I think it was Natalie that brought up about Candace writing his name down twice. I mean, he just, you could see like his emotions. That's the first, well, other than at the mission, this was the first time that you really see emotions coming out of him. Like he did not
yeah.
like her at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His demeanor was off like the whole day. So he was
Yeah.
my red flag. I don't know.
Yeah. And Eric just sits there, not saying
Yeah.
a word.
Yep, nothing. But I did like how it was Johnny, Tara, and Mora, and they're discussing the possibility of Eric. But then I
Yeah,
don't know if Johnny said it to in his confessional or to
it was.
them. His confessional where he nailed it. He's like, I think the last two traitors are Rob and Eric. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, get him.
Yeah. So
But
this is
I'm normally like the traitor. Like I normally root for the traitors, but for some reason I'm like, get him.
I wonder if it's because of Rob and the way that I don't know, something changed. And of course, everything that happened to Natalie really, I felt so bad for Natalie. So yeah, so surprisingly, I'm on the side of the faithfuls.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally I'm not. I'm like, no, no, no. Like, oh
Yeah,
gosh, no, don't look their direction. But now I'm
yeah,
like, yes.
yeah. Because now I think because now you're going into the finals, so depending upon who they eliminate, and I think they're going to either eliminate Mara or Tara. I think they're going after one of those two. And I
I don't
think
think
if
they're gonna go. Oh, like the traitors.
yes,
Oh, yeah. I know. I
so
think the traitors. They might go after Mark.
oh, you think they oh. Because I thought Rob is feeling really paranoid. So I think he would think about Mara because he's so close to her to get the heat off from him.
I think he needs
Because
the vote.
and that's what I thought too. If they eliminate Mara, that's a big mistake because that's the only person he has for the final. If he leaves Johnny in, come to that final, Johnny's gonna keep saying, vote again, vote again. I mean, he's not going to be happy until Eric and Rob are out of the game. So if he
Yeah.
leaves, and if Johnny talks to Mark and Mark gets suspicious, he's going to do the same thing. Obviously, Tara's going to do the same thing as Johnny.
Or maybe they'll get
Um,
rid of Johnny, actually, now that I'm thinking of it, because I don't think they're going to get rid of Tara, because I think people are going to, like, I think it'd be a waste, really, to get rid of Tara at this point. So I think either
because
Johnny,
this is their last elimination. So I don't think the Traitors are going to win.
mm, I don't know.
I don't, because Johnny is onto them.
Yeah,
And if
Johnny's onto them, but
Johnny's
um,
onto them and Tara's onto them, and if Johnny talks to Mark, I mean, if Mark is standing there at the end with Eric and Rob, he's going to say, vote again, vote again.
yeah.
I mean,
I think they're going to eliminate. I think it would be smart, and I think they're going to either eliminate Johnny or Mark. Maybe Johnny because they know how close he is to Tara, and that's one less vote against them. Mark is a wild card though because Mark doesn't have a tight allegiance at this point.
yeah,
But Mara is, I mean, she's 100% with Rob. She's not, and he knows
right,
it. So I don't think he's going to let Mara go.
right. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting the way it plays out. Because when it's down to two people, then the game automatically ends. So if there's a Faithful and Rob, then Rob's going to win.
I think out of the two traders, Rob has the best chance of winning. I think if anything, people are going to be suspecting Eric over Rob.
Yeah, but I think this final, I think it's going to be one. They're going to keep voting. I think it's going to come down to just two at the
Yeah.
end. It's just going to be depend. Is it going to be two Faithfuls, two Traitors, or a Traitor and a Faithful?
Yeah. And this one is a surprising twist. The way it's going to start out is because they are getting eliminated right in front of the other people before the night ends.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
all right. Well, I'm excited for the final season, see who
Yeah.
wins and takes it.
I was going to say, who do you want to win?
Oh, who do I want to win? Um, I don't know, actually. Because if you, okay, so who's the most deserving? Honestly, it's Rob because he has played
Yeah,
the game the most out of everyone that's left.
right. Yes,
He's had to be the most strategic. Mark
right.
hasn't had a lot of video time. Tara and Johnny love him, but they don't know what's going on. And then Mara, she really doesn't
No,
know what's going on. And then there's
no.
Quiet Eric. So like, but I don't want Rob. But I mean, out of all of them, he's the most deserving, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I would be happy with either Rob or Johnny winning. I think either one of them. I
Yeah.
would.
I mean, I would
Yeah,
be happy with yeah, with Johnny just
I
because yeah,
I would I
I
would
like
love.
him. But I
Yeah,
like him, but he's not a good game player, so
he's learning.
he is. He's learned. I mean, he knows now. He is 100% correct that it's those two as traders. I would be happy with him winning as well.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we will see you guys next week.
Yay.